this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken short. Bulldozes past him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check 41. Hey.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Campbell making the catch. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
36. Check it down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check. Go. Hot. Slam.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Ready? 18 Gators. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. General West. Kill.
On first down, McFarland. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
58 Mike. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now a give, right side. McFarland, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. On third down, McFarland. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down, Texans.
Set, ready? 30 base. 58 right there. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the snipe.
They'll run on first down. Flowers. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, McFarland. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Come on, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Cover.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Now White with a first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Check girls. 58, come on. Protein spill. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, orbit. Get it.
From the shotgun, here's White. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 40-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Flush to him, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game, 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He's got that one complete to Darbo. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On first down, it's White. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Flushed out right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Check 52. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Heads in. Check one. Watch 55. It's we.
On first down, Hines. He finds an opening past the 40 and cuts out right sideline. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Jones throwing on first down. He's got it to Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Right here, right here. He's checking. Check, 55 to Mike. Check. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Set up. 6.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Watch 55. Let's go. 55 is my guy, 55. They're not ready for this, man. They're not.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, McFarland, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shit, watch the shit. Go.
On 1st and 10, White. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They begin the drive with Hines, and a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Too little, Captain. Mike. Check 55. All day, dog.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Jones on first down. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike 55.
To throw again on second down. Jones being chased out left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Next spot. Mike.
From the gun on third down, Jones. And he's got his man, Hilton. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got it. Rush in. Where I go?
Operating from the gun, Jones. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Check. Lucky. Check safety.
They'll try to run with Hines. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll run it with Matt. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Hey, let's get there. Check. Check 4.
Looking to run with Matt. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point splits the uprights, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. This will be taken short.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
25, check 25. Hey, stand on. Whip. Watch the whip. Go. Look, squeeze. Wide, get wide. Hey, lock it. Check three. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Alpha. Yep. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check nickel. Kill. Look at me. Door. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check 26.
White to throw again. It's complete to Fuller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, White. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Go. Hey, Delta. Ready?
Throwing again. White. And he comes back with one complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
White looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
Sponge! Leo! Undercrush! Alert flare! Deuce! Hit it!
Here's White throwing on 4th down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ben Banagoo. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
You don't want none of that. Come here. Pick up the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Catch made here by Campbell. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Second and 5. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Go now.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that's complete to Adams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
That's going to be a long day. Go. 58, come on. Shoot.
Off play action, here's White. It's caught here by Adams. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Hey, team 6. Look at me. Zipper. 5.
To throw is White. Throwing on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. Go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you.